What is up, guys? Welcome back to game 5 of the third quarterfinal of the APL 2020. HKA going up against Bazaar once again. HKA managing to win out that previous game 3-1 right now. So this might be the last game of the series if Bazaar ends up losing here. And again, the odds are stacked against them. I mean, guys, the last game they lost it with having Caffeine going up against a Wisp. Okay, that is just, they're just getting insanely outclassed here in this quarterfinal. We have a Laville ban coming out by HKA and an Omen ban. I'm really liking that because these are two huge power picks that Bazaar still has available, and Bazaar has to continue banning that T-Rock every single time, and they have to ban Zip here. If they don't ban Zip, it is pretty much game over. They are hovering Elandor. They are hovering Elandor. If they ban Elandor, yeah, they're trying something new here. They banned the Florentino, and now they will be able to pick up Elandor because Zip is definitely going to be picked here by HKA. So we will see a fun game, at least. And I think we will see that Elandor coming out instant. They already used Elandor. They already picked Elandor. Oh no, bro. They picked Elandor? Oh, guys, they get Zip and Elandor. Come on, man. That is too much. That is way too much right now, man. That is just gonna be way too strong for this HKA roster. I don't know how they will deal with this. A Violet is being hovered. I really don't know. What do you even pick as Bazaar Gaming right now? What do you pick? They're not showing the game 4 results, which is really terrible because I don't know what they picked last game. I don't quite remember all the picks, but Caffeine was one of them. So Caffeine, Yorn, Elandor, and Valheim already picked out by them. Laville banned out, so what is even remaining? I guess it is Violet. A Krizzix is a very cheeky pick here, very nice. One of the strongest supports, of course. Man, HKA will definitely pick up Elandor here, 100%. There is no doubt in my mind. They will get Elandor in this second and third pick, and they will get possibly a mid laner. They already used that Liliana for that previous victory there, I believe. So they still have Ignis available. Ignis is definitely a nice choice. Not sure how good it is against Krizzix and Violet though, so really not sure about that one. But yeah, Ignis is still just a really strong hero though. One of the strongest mid laners they still have. I mean, they really didn't pick too many strong mid laners here. They decide to go for a Lubu pick. That is very interesting. I really want to see that Elandor. No, they decide against it. They pick up that Lubu. I fully expect Elandor bans to come out here. that is wild to me right now that they picked up the Lubu instead of Elandor there. Now a Kil'groth is coming out. Of course, Kil'groth is a very nice pick against Lubu. Starts winning at around level, I don't know, level 7, level 8, level 9, something around that. I believe I was told at level 8 you start winning because you have enough points in your S2, but I'm not 100% sure. But definitely seems to be a good pickup against Lubu. Late game, you easily win against him. And yeah, we have, of course, now bans coming out. Elandor ban, no-brainer here for Bazaar, should be coming out. And yeah, a Fennec ban would be good as a second ban there as well. A Hayate ban is very interesting too. Hayate, what Hayate is gonna do is he would enable that dual. Also, Hayate is just really good with Zip, isn't he? Because Hayate can be brought into the enemy team fight, into the enemy team with that Zip. So that is definitely not bad. Now again, I definitely think they have to ban out Elandor here. And I think, yeah, Krizzix is a good ban. They haven't picked Krizzix yet. What have they not picked? They picked D-Rock, but it's banned anyway. They picked Pain, Bazaar. What else is there remaining for a mid lane? I think they picked Malok as well already. Not quite sure there, but I can't really pick up Malok because they already have a jungle of Violet, I assume. So we will see what actually comes out here. The Hayate is a pretty cheeky ban because It enables you to not have that Hayate in the side lane, so it kind of forces HKA to go for a marksman jungle. And it seems like this team knows something that I don't about Elandor being maybe hard countered by Krizzix or by Violet. I don't think so. I personally, I don't think so. Never had issues against Krizzix when I played Elandor. Never really had issues against Violet, but I can see you just getting one shot by a Violet as an Elandor. So maybe that is the issue, but out of range as well. So maybe the late game is going to be in Bazaar's favor, but I still fully expect an Elandor ban to come out, an Elandor pick to come out of HKA right here. And we have a Krizzix and a Liliana ban coming out, okay? So of course, Bazaar are very limited in their mid lane options right now. What even is remaining? They added the 4 picks now. As I said, Malok is pretty much locked out because of not having enough magic damage. Unless they can pick up something magic damage in that lane. Tulen. Now, that is going to be a very fun pick to see. Is it the best? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a good pick here. But I guess they're forced to. Zip is just going to suck up the enemy that you're ulting, and it's pretty much not going to do anything. Ignis is going to out farm or like out wave clear you. So again, of course with that Krizzix, that changes everything. Tulen is just going to one-shot that wave. But we have HKA just thinking about what marksman to pick up here. And they're hovering at Talnast right now. They have picked up Valheim already. Wisp, Laville and Kefani are gone as well. They would have the option of a Slims jungle or again an Elandor, but they seem to be really opposed to this Elandor pick. They seem to be very, very opposed to an Elandor pick. And again, it must be because Violet just maybe hard counters it. Also, guys, keep in mind, Tulen and Violet are such a nice duo to poke out the enemies. And yeah, it seems like they go for Yorn because he has an easier time staying in range there, and Morin being hovered right now. Morin is incredibly strong against Lubu, against Ignis, Batman, Scud. I mean, he's just trolling, guys. I don't know, man. Bazaar's... Listen, guys, man. I don't know what to say. But yeah, we have that Nakroth coming out by HKA, and that Yorn, as I said, Yorn being very prevalent in this series so far. That is very interesting. Both teams going for a Yorn pick. Yena, Superman being hovered here. Again, we're just gonna ignore his hovers, man. He's having fun. I don't even know what he's doing. We have that Nakroth as well. We should talk about that. Now, that Nakroth is, of course, pretty good against that Violet, but he's not too good against Tulen. So it's very interesting. We have a double marksman combo coming out here. Joker being picked up. I think this Joker pick is beautiful. I think this is the best thing they could have done because they have Joker can just one-shot Yorn. Joker can ignore Nakroth and one-shot him as well. So again, that Joker pick really sealed the deal there. Ooh, we will see a Tulen jungle. Now that is gonna be fun, guys. Oh boys, I am liking that one. We are seeing a Violet mid lane and a Tulen jungle. Now that is gonna be very interesting here going forward. Let me see if I just don't want this to be on auto because it might scuff it. Anyway, we are loaded into the game. Only 2 endless cycles on the side of HKA. 2 Devil's Awakenings, of course. Lubu needs it, Nakroth needs it, and the Ignis with the shield. Ignis with shield is very, very juicy for a late game. However, if it gets to very late game, this lack of endless cycles might bite HKA in their booties here. Now we have on the side of Bazaar only 3 endless cycles, so it won't be too bad, I think. And yeah, guys, mid lane Violet, very interesting pick coming in by Bazaar here. But again, she just gets completely caught, man. Just completely gets caught out by that Nakroth there, using Team Flash's ADC skin, by the way, that Finals MVP skin of the last AIC. And yeah, guys, this is wild right now because this Violet is just it's just very interesting. She's gonna leech some XP here off that Tulen. She might even get that red buff by him, but I don't think so. Nope, she does not. She's gonna go back to clearing that mid lane wave. She tries to poke a little bit, but again, HKA just outplaying Bazaar very early on already. And it's again on this on the back of this XiaoLin here, because yeah, he's just doing just every game has been stellar performance in the jungle by him right now. So yeah, I feel like people have been sleeping on him. Didn't really read a lot of comments where he's being hyped or anything. So definitely we will need to watch out for him moving forward if they are able to win this series, which they are very close to doing right now. Ooh, this Yorn is not having fun against that Joker right here, and Tulen is following it up. And yeah, of course Zip is there, so no issues for Yorn. Zip also has, does not have his flicker ready, but shields that Tulen ult as well. Tulen just trying to poke him down a little bit, not really able to do so though. And yeah, I'm really loving this Tulen jungle though. It's just so much fun to play. I still believe though it is not something too good in pro play. I think it is more of a solo ranked pick. So definitely very risky. Did you see those buttery smooth Nakroth mechanics just over these 3 walls? Super fun to see. But yeah, definitely very risky pick coming in by such yeah, go home or stay at the tournament situation, right? Because this is literally that last game coming in here. And we have a very standard Zip Arcana build there. Yep, full health. We have that suggested equipment, has that new support item already. Of course, they are not available in this tournament yet, not on the new patch yet. And yeah, we'll see how this HKA roster turns out to play this early game, because they're already playing it very superbly. They secure this very easily. Look at these smooth Nakroth mechanics though. That is just so much fun to watch. And yeah, we'll see if HKA is going to be able to translate their lead into that first bot lane tower here. Of course, that's what they're trying to get, and they're already on it, and they are able to poke it around 1/3 of health already gone. That is very, very nice for them. Definitely a good siege there coming in by them. Kil'groth still getting wrecked by that Lubu. As I said, Kil'groth loses that early game 1v1. However, keep in mind, Kil'groth didn't even use his ultimate. So of course he will lose that 1v1 if he doesn't use his ultimate. So it might already be in Kil'groth's favor here if he decides to use that ultimate. And yeah, we have Zip trying to suck up that Yorn. However, a small miscommunication coming in, and Yorn using his Arctic Orb gets pulled back in, and it is a dead Yorn as well. Tulen manages to pick up a double kill, and that is some very nice snowball potential for Bazaar here after a pretty large mistake here by that bottom lane duo of HKA. They will be able to get that first tower of the game as well now very comfortably, and this double marksman combo with the marksman in the mid lane seems to be working pretty well right now. Now, of course, the enemy red very exposed here. Ooh, that Nakroth is just flexing on us with his mechanics, man. That was just really incredibly fast. And yeah, we have him going in again, uses that ult. The Tulen ult gets blocked, I believe, by that Lubu. So no issue there for that Nakroth. And again, we, of course, I would definitely give the late game to... Actually, I'm not sure, man. The Ignis is just so strong late game. However, so is Violet. Tulen is not as weak late game as people think. Yorn is, of course, just incredibly strong late game. Yeah, I'm not sure. The Kil'groth is much stronger than Lubu. I feel like Bazaar will be able to play, has more options for the late game. However, HKA has more raw damage output in teamfights with that Yorn and Ignis, more AoE damage coming in there. But Bazaar might still be winning that late game because of the shenanigans they can do with that Kil'groth in that Slayer lane split pushing, winning against that Lubu very easily at this point. I mean, not right now, but at the point when late game starts. So yeah, we'll definitely see how this progresses. A very even game right now for the first time in this series. So Bazaar definitely stepping up right here. Seems like the Tulen pick is doing some wonders for them because they are just playing very aggressively now. And again, look at this Tulen, just keeps applying pressure, and that ultimate cooldown is not too long, like a 25-second cooldown. That's what we're looking at this point. Meanwhile, that Ignis has to go back right now, so it was definitely worth to poke him out. Krizzix uses his Arctic Orb and is able to save that tower though, so it was kind of worth it. Ooh, so much damage though coming in by Yorn. Yorn is so juicy still, man. That damage output is just insane. And yeah, Nakroth again trying to poke this. Violet does do so for around 1/3 of her health. And now we can see this Lubu encountering a wild fish in the jungle there and has to jump away from him, loses half his health. And now again, we have that top lane tower being pressured and being taken down finally there by that HKA roster. Very well played by them. And yeah, we have that Yorn backing out. Zip ended up dying, but that's completely worth it for that tower. Still a very even gold amount though. Of course, both teams have a tower so far. HKA has that dragon already though, that is making up for these 2 kills that they lost. That they're behind, I mean. Zip again getting poked out. This Tulen is just doing his best to poke out the enemies as much as he can. He is keeping his stacks very well as well. So that is always good to see. And yeah, we have that Violet, of course, keeps farming, just has to farm until the late game, is what this Violet is all about. Again, just Tulen trying to poke, but gets poked out himself there by quite a bit too. So, of course, that Lubu has to just hug that tower right now because Kil'groth wins against him at this point very easily, as I mentioned. And we have Krizzix going in, however, the CC being ignored by that Zip. And now Krizzix does drop to that, yeah, Berifs, yeah, as I said. But he would have dropped to the Yorn ult anyway if the Berifs didn't get him. But Berifs does a ton of damage right now, so I knew that would drop him. Nakroth is able to jump away, doesn't take too much damage there. And we might see a Slayer being engaged here by HKA after them killing that Krizzix, but he uses Endless Cycle, so it did not matter. He's back in the game already. Yorn gets caught out a little bit, but he is just so safe. Look at this poke onto Violet incoming by Yorn. She rolls in a little bit too deep and just gets poked for more than half her health with 1 Yorn passive. It is just still an absolutely ridiculous hero. Is building onto that Slick Sting next. Is going to do a ton of damage with those crits. Is going to have a lot of those crits coming out as well because his crit chance is going to be through the roof with that item and with that Clavis Sancti. And yeah, we have also a Leviathan. Zip just sucks up the Yorn as soon as he gets called and rolls out, and this is exactly why you need to ban Zip. But we have that Nakroth actually going for a Leviathan, so he won't be one-shot by that Violet or by that Joker, so that's very good for him. Also gives him a lot of HP. While it doesn't give him magic resistance, that HP is still going to help him a lot against that Tulen as well. So just a nice pickup there, coming in by XiaoLin. He's of course going to do a lot less damage, but as I said, it's very worthwhile considering you won't get one shot by Joker anymore. Now Bazaar has the advantage in this current state right now. They cleared both top and mid lane wave first. However, Joker is just completely getting caught. And now that Nakroth has his Arctic Orb, is able to get away. Joker is incredibly low. Zip is just playing Pong or something. I don't even know what he's doing there between these 2 walls. And meanwhile, Lubu is just getting crushed by that Kil'groth. Yeah, Kil'groth was definitely a really good pick here by Bazaar. And we have that Kil'groth going a little bit too deep, has to use his ult. And now the team fight is, I think, 1 for HKA. They blew too much. However, it is a 1v1, 1-for-1 trade. Ignis gets caught right now, is able to get away. No, drops in the end to that red buff, I believe. Or to the dragon burn, actually. The dragon passive there that Violet had. And yeah, seemed like a pretty even team fight. I think it was was it a 2-for-2? It might have been a 2-for-2. but someone used their endless cycle again, or it was just 1 for 2 and huge power spike coming in for Joker. He just got his Fenrir's, has that rank breaker already, so he is gonna be extremely juicy right now. Huge power spike as well by Kil'groth with that triple combo of Hyugas, Fafnir's and Aegis. And yeah, we also have some nice build coming out by, I mean, I don't like the Tulen build, I'm gonna be honest, but he has a good amount of items already, at least. I don't like that there's no Magic Pierce in there. I think he's going for Staff of Nul right now, but he should have gone for earlier Magic Pierce than to go for that Reyes. I also like Boomstick way more than the Reyes at this point. The lifesteal, I don't know, man. Don't really think it's worth on Tulen right now until late game. So yeah, I think even better than Reyes would have been an Arctic Orb. Okay, I think an Arctic Orb would have really wrecked this enemy team. Now we have the Krizzix just trying to go in, not able to get slowed there. And yeah, just a pretty slow game here, not too many kills coming out. And now you can see that Kil'groth is just, he doesn't even care. He still hasn't used his ult, guys. He's not even using his final form, okay? Meanwhile, this Nakroth gets completely pushed to low HP. However, Zip is able to just suck him up and save him there. And now this Kil'groth can just use his ult, okay? Lubu just keeps using his ult here. Kil'groth never seems to want to just waste it. He's playing very well though. He's definitely a huge part why Bazaar is in a pretty good spot right now, I would say. However, it will be very difficult for them to finish this game and push these towers against Ignis wave clear and Yorn wave clear, okay? So yeah, that will be very difficult for sure. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. I mean, they have Violet and Joker pushing these towers, but if there's no minions, you're not gonna do a ton of damage to the towers. And Ignis can make these minions disappear very quickly. Now we have both teams dancing around that Slayer vision, around that mid lane wave. Ooh, Zip now goes in, even flickers during his ult, and it just brings the Yorn into everyone. Yorn gets one shot. Huge mistake coming out by HKA here. That was absolutely hilarious. I have no idea what they were thinking. I guess they thought they could just burst down this Violet super quickly, but she barely survived, and everyone just kind of survived, and then the Kil'groth just came in. I guess they didn't expect Kil'groth to come in. That might be a reason why they went in there. But man, that Kil'groth just, hey. You literally spat the Yorn out next to him. That is hilarious. Just look at this again. Look at this again. Kil'groth is behind them, and he's just coming in, and look at this. Yorn is right there, and Kil'groth is behind him, and it is just dead. You know, Yorn is gone. And again, you saw right at the end, the Ignis ult really bursted them out, but it was not enough. And yeah, they're able to pick up a juicy amount of kills there. Kil'groth 1v2 does not care in the slightest. He's gonna drop here, but he secures that first tier 3 tower. That is incredibly worth. However, HKA was able to get a Slayer while that was going on. That just blows my mind, man. They are able to get that Slayer because Bazaar's health points were just really low, and they were able to use their endless cycles on some of their members and respawn in time to just get this, and they might just end this game right now. That is absolutely insane. What a finish to this game. I mean, the Bazaar uses their endless cycles and seems to be able, no, they just want to go in, they want to end this. And Lubu is attacking that base. Yorn is dead though, but there is still a minion remaining. Now the minions are gone though. Krizzix was able to clear out that last one, and I think they cannot end yet. Kil'groth is just gonna wipe them all if they stay. Let's be real, Kil'groth with sprint is just gonna kill you. Nakroth is able to pick up that Krizzix kill as well. And yeah, Zip was getting some minions, and now they will end. That was a crazy game, guys. Just huge back and forth. That last game of the series finally delivering for the hype of both those teams, and just stellar performance by HK though. Like that in the end there, very decisive gameplay by Zip coming in and completely ends the game. Huge fan of that Zip play there in the end. Yeah, just very well played. Bazaar, not able to deliver on their hype, honestly, guys. Just not able to deliver the gameplay that everyone thought they would. And we'll see. XiaoLin again got that MVP, incredibly well played by him. And we'll see if this... Yeah, just look at these damage numbers. When your Lubu does the most damage, come on, man. I mean, he's just 1v1ing the Kil'groth all the time. That's why they have a ton of damage stacked up. However, when your Nakroth has this much damage, 22%, meanwhile, same damage number as Yorn and Ignis pretty much. That is mind-blowing, okay? That's a good Nakroth performance there. Now, yeah, with that being said, this quarterfinal is already over. 4-1 for HKA, very well deserved for them, very well played. And we will see each other in the next one. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys the next time. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.